With just 8 days until the release of Microsoft Flight Simulator on Xbox, there's a lot of pilots ready to join the skies very soon. Meanwhile, the latest dev update from Microsoft discusses Sim Update 5. A third-party developer is working on an excellent-looking Hondajet. Website Gamesutra talks about the sim, and also there's a new A320 on the way, so let's take a look. The 27th of July brings not only the Xbox release of Microsoft Flight Simulator, but also a Sim Update 5, which will hopefully deliver the long-awaited performance improvements. In addition to a load of other new content, Sim Update 5 will also include the Orbis Flying Eye Hospital. The Flying Eye Hospital is a one-of-a-kind plane that travels the world to help assist with treatable blindness. Whilst the plane won't be flyable in the sim, it will instead feature a full tour where simmers will be able to explore the interior of the plane. Each room has been accurately modelled and detailed. The plane will be available for free from the in-game marketplace when Sim Update 5 arrives on the 27th of July. Still on the subject of planes, a new jet is on the way as a third-party add-on. The plane is the MG Hondajet and is planned to be freeware. The project is still under construction, so what we see here in these images isn't the final release, and some more improvements are yet to be added. The Hondajet then is an interesting piece of engineering, not least due to its above-wing mounted engines. It has a maximum cruising altitude of 43,000 feet and a top ground speed of 777 km per hour. As far as I can see, the project currently has no release date, but judging by the available information, the plane is well into development. You can find a link to the developer's Discord in the video description below. Now, with the Xbox release of Microsoft Flight Simulator on its way, it's only natural that Microsoft are ramping up the PR machine. This week, they released a lengthy article on the future of game development. The article went into detail discussing the technology behind a Microsoft Flight Simulator with a special emphasis on the cloud-based tech that has gone into making the sim possible. It's definitely an interesting read. The accompanying video features Jörg Newman, who is always a pleasure to listen to, and the video is also well worth watching. Ultimately, the takeaway points here then are exactly what many people have long suspected. Microsoft Flight Simulator is a showcase for what is possible with Microsoft's tech stack. The implication is that this technology will benefit other developers in a number of ways, allowing them to deliver games that are beyond the scope of what is possible on even the most powerful of desktop computers. Website Gamesutra also have a feature on the same subject, and their article gives some fascinating insights into the development of the sim as well as the technology behind it. Both the Microsoft Tech Stack article and the Gamesutra one can be found linked in the video description. Now, the Airbus A320 has always been a plane that's captured the imagination of simmers. Whilst it's included in the Microsoft Flight Simulator by default, that version isn't what could be considered study level. Fenix Simulations then have announced a new version of the A320 CEO, which will be making its way to Microsoft Flight Simulator. The developers class this airliner as the most comprehensive and complete A320 simulation available to desktop computers. Now, that really is a pretty substantial claim and will no doubt generate a lot of hype, as well as perhaps some skepticism as well, so the question really is whether the developers can actually deliver on this. What has been seen so far certainly speaks to a very high standard though. The images you can see on screen are from the website FS Elite, who have had early preview of the plane. The plane includes some very high levels of modelling details, which even includes grime, wear and tear. In terms of functionality, Fenix's A320 will accurately model fluids as well as pneumatics. And further, the plane includes a total of 383 different failure states, and that's in addition to circuit breakers. There's going to be a heck of a lot to check out then once this plane arrives into the sim. Right now, there's no release date or price for the plane, but you can find a link to the FS Elite article in the video description. And meanwhile, if you want to take a look at another high-detailed A320, there's a very good, what we could say is a study-level A320. This is the modded version available from Fly-by-Wire. This is an ongoing community-run project which brings a ton of significant improvements to the existing A320, and all of this is entirely for free. You know where to find the link. That then brings us to an end of this video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.